Welcome back. Somaliland's lobbying neighbouring East African states to push for its recognition by the international community. This week, ahead of its 28th independence anniversary celebrations, the self-declared state is playing host to delegations to demonstrate its nationhood. Sarah Kamani reports.
Hargeisa, the capital of Somaliland. It's just after 10 in the morning and the city is abuzz with activity. On Saturday, Somaliland will mark 20 years of self-declared independence from Somalia. A big celebration is planned, but like previous celebrations, it will be just another day for the international community, which has refused to recognize Somaliland. But Somaliland is not giving up. For 28 years, Somaliland has struggled and fought to have international community recognize it as a nation. This time it's upping that campaign, using quiet diplomacy to lobby neighbors to push for its recognition. On Thursday, a delegation from the Ugandan parliament listened to Somaliland members of parliament make their case for international recognition.
It's very painful, really painful, because we have done our own part of the work. We have made peace, we have made institutions that work, and the international community is looking the other way.
This time, they seem to have won the hearts of the Ugandans.
The message we are taking back is first to ensure that Somaliland is recognized by him as our president, that is President Museveni. Once he does that, then our country would have recognized Somaliland. And since we are a member of African Union, it will be easier at that level for us to lobby for the recognition of Somaliland.
So how did we get here? Somaliland, once a British colony, united with Italian Somalia in 1960 after it got independence. But on May 18, 1991, Somaliland declared its independence from Somalia following a civil war that led to the removal of dictator Siad Barre.
The Somaliland, in the first place in 1960 united with Somalia, and then that unity has been failed. So after the failure of the unity, the Somaliland people decided to withdraw that unity from Somalia.
Somaliland now issues its own passport, has its own currency and a flag. It has managed to remain peaceful despite an ongoing war in Somalia. Somaliland has regular elections since 2003. The African Union and the United Nations have however refused to recognize the breakaway nation, tying its fate to Somalia's final say, which has also refused to grant Somaliland its wish.
They talk about boundary box. If, for example, they recognize Somaliland, they think other African regions will also ask for independence. But that's not true. Somaliland has been an independent country before they joined Somalia.
Although it has diplomatic representation in several countries, lack of international recognition means it cannot access aid or loans from multilateral institutions like the IMF and the World Bank. Sarah Kamani, SABC News, Hargeisa.
The breakaway state of Somaliland held celebrations in the capital Hargeisa to mark its 28th year of independence. Somaliland President Musa Bihi extended an olive branch to Somalia but ruled out reunification. Somaliland declared independence from Somalia back in 1991, but it has yet to receive legal international recognition. Sarah Kimani filed this report.
A sea of red, white and green filled the Independence Square as thousands of Somalilanders marched past the dais in jubilation. It's close to 3 decades since Somaliland broke away from Somalia, and this day holds a special place in their history books.
We are so touched because we've seen that the Somaliland is growing.
Today, our army, our security forces, our people are united. We are celebrating very much.
In a show of might and nationhood, the military parade then followed. Close to 3 decades since Somaliland declared independence, its status remains in limbo. At the Independence Square, that seemed to be put aside. It was time to celebrate.
Other diplomatic recognitions will always depend about how Somaliland perform its economy, its social, its military, its knowledge base. The rest of it will come. That one I have no problem.
Few countries, the international community continue to snub Independence Day celebrations here in Somaliland. But the breakaway nation is not giving up its resolve to seek international recognition. Somaliland was left in ruins after the civil war that ended in the 1980s. Citizens, however, managed to reconstruct without international community's help. The breakaway state is now riding on that success to lobby its neighbors for recognition.
And we are here to urge the international community. This is the high time to recognize the Republic of Somaliland.
President Musa Bihi reached out to Somalia, urging that the two countries work together. He was, however, clear that reunification with Somalia, which has refused to recognize Somaliland's independence,